Tammy Slaton addresses her soda drinking habits amid weight loss journey. Hello viewers. Welcome back to my channel. For 1000 lb sister latest news update, please subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon. For years, fans of the TLC reality series 1000 lb sisters have watched the emotional, physical, and psychological journeys of sisters Amy and Tammy Slaton as they navigate life-altering weight loss transformations. While both sisters have faced immense challenges due to severe obesity, their paths have diverged in recent years, particularly when it comes to health, lifestyle changes, and public accountability. Among the most discussed aspects of Tammy Slaton's journey has been her ongoing struggle with soda consumption, a habit she has openly acknowledged, defended, and more recently, begun to confront head-on. As Tammy continues her weight loss journey, her relationship with soda has become a focal point for both her supporters and critics. Known for her love of sweetened beverages, particularly Mountain Dew, Tammy has often been seen on camera with a large cup of soda in hand, a visual that has sparked concern among viewers and medical professionals alike. However, in a series of candid social media posts and interviews throughout 2023 and into 2024, Tammy has begun to address this deeply ingrained habit, offering insight into the emotional, psychological, and physiological factors that make breaking it so difficult. This article explores Tammy Slaton's evolving relationship with soda, the role it has played in her weight loss journey, the challenges she faces in letting go of this comfort, and the broader implications of addiction, emotional eating, and public scrutiny in the context of extreme weight loss. From the early seasons of 1000 lb sisters, it was evident that soda was more than just a beverage choice for Tammy. It was a ritual, a comfort, and at times, a crutch. Whether during stressful moments, celebrations, or mundane daily routines, Tammy was frequently seen with a large cup of Mountain Dew, one of her favorite drinks. The show's cameras captured her sipping soda while sitting on the couch, during doctor's appointments, and even in hospital recovery rooms. For many viewers, this became a symbol of the larger battle Tammy was fighting, not just against obesity, but against deeply rooted habits and emotional dependencies. Soda, particularly sugary, caffeinated varieties like Mountain Dew, is packed with empty calories, high fructose corn syrup, and artificial ingredients that contribute to weight gain, insulin resistance, and long-term health complications such as type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and liver issues. Despite the well-documented dangers, Tammy's attachment to soda remained strong. In interviews, she has described the drink as a source of happiness and familiarity. "It's not just about the taste," she once said. "It's the routine. It's what I've always done. When I'm sad, I drink it. When I'm happy, I drink it. It's part of my day." This emotional connection is key to understanding why quitting soda isn't as simple as just stopping. For someone who has used food and drink as emotional coping mechanisms for decades, removing a staple like soda can feel like losing a friend. Tammy's weight has fluctuated significantly over the years. After undergoing a successful gastric sleeve surgery in 2020, she lost over 300 pounds, drawing widespread praise for her transformation. However, in recent years, reports and images have suggested weight regain, prompting concern from fans and medical experts. During this time, her continued soda consumption became a lightning rod for criticism. Social media users began calling her out, posting side-by-side images of Tammy with soda cups, questioning her commitment to her health. Comments ranged from concern to cruel. "How can you drink that after everything you've been through? You're undoing all your progress. It's not that hard to stop drinking soda." While some of the feedback came from a place of genuine care, the sheer volume and tone of public scrutiny took a toll on Tammy. In a heartfelt Instagram post in early 2024, she addressed the issue directly. "I know you all see me with my Mountain Dew. I know you judge me for it. But you don't know what it's like to feel this kind of addiction. It's not just a drink. It's a habit I've had since I was a kid. And yes, I'm trying to stop. But it's not easy." The post went viral, sparking conversations about empathy, addiction, and the unrealistic expectations placed on public figures undergoing weight loss. Medical professionals emphasize that sugar and caffeine, both abundant in Mountain Dew, can be highly addictive. Sugar triggers dopamine release in the brain, creating a temporary feeling of pleasure and reward. Over time, the brain begins to crave that dopamine hit, leading to dependency. Caffeine, meanwhile, is a stimulant that can cause withdrawal symptoms such as headaches, fatigue, irritability, and difficulty concentrating. For someone like Tammy, who has spent most of her life consuming large quantities of soda daily, quitting cold turkey can be physically and emotionally overwhelming. Experts suggest that reducing soda intake should be approached gradually, with support systems in place. Dr. Lisa Nguyen, a behavioral psychologist specializing in food addiction, explains, "When we talk about habits like soda drinking, especially in the context of obesity and emotional eating, it's not just about willpower. It's about breaking a neurological and psychological cycle. The person isn't just giving up a drink, they're giving up a coping mechanism, a routine, and sometimes a form of self-soothing that has been with them for decades." Tammy has echoed this sentiment, noting that attempts to quit soda in the past led to mood swings, increased anxiety, and even overeating in other areas. "When I tried to stop, I started eating more chips or candy," she admitted. "It was like my body was rebelling. I realized I needed help, not just shame." In 2023, Tammy began working with a new health coach and nutritionist as part of a renewed commitment to her wellness. One of the first goals they set? Reducing her soda intake. Rather than demanding immediate abstinence, the plan focused on gradual reduction. Tammy started by switching from large 44-ounce cups to smaller 20-ounce servings. She began diluting her soda with water, a technique that reduces sugar intake while maintaining the familiar taste. On some days, she substituted soda with flavored sparkling water or diet alternatives, though she admits diet sodas don't satisfy her in the same way. She also began tracking her consumption in a journal, noting not just how much she drank, but when and why. "I realized I mostly drink it in the afternoon," she shared in a YouTube vlog. "That's when I feel tired or lonely. So now I'm trying to replace it with a walk or calling a friend or even just drinking tea." These small behavioral shifts represent significant progress. While Tammy still consumes soda, the frequency and volume have decreased. More importantly, she's developing awareness. Around her triggers, a crucial step in overcoming any addiction. Tammy's journey cannot be fully understood without acknowledging the trauma she has endured. The death of her fiancé, Caleb Willard, in 2021 was a devastating blow. Caleb, who had supported her through much of her weight loss, died suddenly from a heart attack at the age of 37. His passing left Tammy heartbroken and isolated. In the aftermath, her soda consumption reportedly increased. In interviews, she described drinking more as a way to cope with grief. "It was the only thing that made me feel normal," she said. "I didn't want to eat much, but I could still drink my Mountain Dew. It was something I could control." This highlights a critical aspect of emotional eating and drinking. They are often responses to pain, loneliness, or loss. For Tammy, soda became a way to fill an emotional void, one that no amount of willpower could easily close. Therapists working with individuals who struggle with food and drink addictions often emphasize the importance of treating the root cause, not just the symptom. In Tammy's case, healing from grief and building a support network are just as important as dietary changes. One of the most difficult aspects of Tammy's journey has been living under constant public scrutiny. As a reality TV star, her life is documented in intimate detail, and every choice, especially those related to food and health, is dissected online. While the show has helped raise awareness about obesity and bariatric surgery, it has also exposed the sisters to intense judgment. Tammy, in particular, has become a target for internet trolls who accuse her of being lazy, ungrateful, or not serious about her health. This kind of criticism can be deeply damaging. Research shows that weight stigma not only harms mental health, but can also lead to increased stress, emotional eating, and weight gain. When people feel shamed for their bodies or habits, they are less likely to seek help or make sustainable changes. Tammy has spoken openly about the toll this has taken. "I see the comments," she said in a recent interview. "They say I'm failing, that I don't care. But I do care. I'm trying every single day. And yes, I still drink soda. But I'm also working on therapy, on my mental health, on being kinder to myself." Why can't that be enough? Her words resonate with many who struggle with similar issues. The expectation that someone must be perfect in their health journey, never slipping, never craving, never struggling, is unrealistic and counterproductive. Tammy's story underscores the need for a more compassionate, holistic approach to weight loss and health. Sustainable change isn't just about calories in versus calories out. It's about understanding the emotional, psychological, and environmental factors that shape behavior. Experts recommend a combination of medical support, therapy, nutrition education, and community support for individuals dealing with obesity and food-related addictions. For Tammy, this means continuing to work with her healthcare team, engaging in therapy to process grief and trauma, and finding healthier ways to manage stress and emotions. It also means redefining success. Weight loss is not linear. There will be ups and downs. There will be setbacks and victories. What matters most is progress, not perfection. Tammy has begun to embrace this mindset. In a recent post, she wrote, "I'm not where I want to be yet, but I'm not where I used to be either. I'm learning, I'm growing, and I'm allowed to make mistakes." Tammy's struggle with soda is not unique. Across the United States, sugary drink consumption remains a major public health concern. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, more than half of Americans consume at least one sugary drink per day, with higher rates among adolescents and young adults. These beverages are a leading source of added sugar in the American diet and are strongly linked to obesity, type 2 diabetes, and cardiovascular disease. Public health campaigns have targeted soda consumption through measures like sugar taxes, warning labels, and school bans, but behavioral change remains slow. Tammy's journey highlights how difficult it is to break free from these habits, even with resources, medical intervention, and public support. If someone with access to doctors, nutritionists, and therapy still struggles, imagine the challenges faced by those without such privileges. Her story serves as a reminder that public health efforts must be paired with empathy and understanding. Shaming individuals for their choices does not lead to change. Support and education do. As of mid-2024, Tammy continues to work on her health, both physically and emotionally. She has reduced her soda intake significantly, though she hasn't eliminated it entirely. She's also been more active on social media, sharing glimpses of her daily life, her therapy sessions, and her efforts to build a healthier routine. She has not ruled out further medical interventions, including the possibility of another surgery, but emphasizes that any decision will be made with her health team and based on her overall well-being. Fans have responded with a mix of encouragement and caution. Many praise her honesty and vulnerability, seeing her as a relatable figure in the often judgmental world of weight loss. Others remain skeptical, questioning whether real change is possible without complete abstinence from soda and other unhealthy habits. But Tammy seems less focused on pleasing everyone and more focused on healing. "This journey isn't for the cameras," she said in a recent live stream. "It's for me, for my future, for the chance to live longer, healthier, and happier. And if that means I still have a soda once in a while, then so be it. I'm human." Tammy Slaton's relationship with soda is a microcosm of the broader challenges faced by millions of people struggling with weight, addiction, and emotional health. It's a story of habit, trauma, resilience, and the long road to self-acceptance. By addressing her soda drinking habits with honesty and vulnerability, Tammy has opened up an important conversation about what it truly means to make lasting change. It's not about never slipping up. It's not about achieving a certain number on the scale. It's about showing up for yourself, day after day, even when it's hard. As she continues her journey, Tammy's story serves as a powerful reminder. Healing is not linear, and compassion both from others and from oneself is essential. Whether she eventually gives up soda completely or learns to enjoy it in moderation, the real victory lies in her willingness to keep trying, and sometimes that's the most courageous step of all. 1,000 LB Sisters. Tammy Slaton reveals major milestone in weight loss journey and a heartfelt and inspiring update that has resonated deeply with fans and followers around the world. Tammy Slaton, best known for her role on the hit TLC reality series 1,000 LB Sisters, has announced a major milestone in her ongoing weight loss journey. After years of public struggle, emotional setbacks, and medical challenges, Tammy has reached a pivotal point that marks not only physical transformation but a profound shift in her mindset, self-worth, and commitment to long-term health. The news, shared through a series of social media posts and a candid interview, has sparked an outpouring of support from fans, fellow cast members, and wellness advocates alike. Tammy, who first captured national attention alongside her sister Tammy Slaton when the show premiered in 2020, has long been open about her battle with morbid obesity, emotional eating, and the toll that excess weight has taken on her body and mental health. Now, at a critical juncture in her journey, she's stepping into a new chapter with renewed strength, determination, and hope. Tammy Slaton's story is one of resilience in the face of overwhelming odds. Born and raised in Dixon, Kentucky, Tammy and her sister Amy grew up in a close-knit but often chaotic household. Both sisters struggled with weight from a young age, influenced by a combination of genetic predisposition, emotional trauma, and limited access to healthcare and nutritional education. Over the years, their weight spiraled out of control, eventually reaching life-threatening levels. When 1000 lb Sisters debuted, Tammy weighed over 500 pounds, while Amy tipped the scales at more than 700 pounds. The show chronicled their efforts to undergo medical interventions, including bariatric surgery, and to make lasting lifestyle changes under the guidance of doctors, therapists, and nutritionists. While Amy made significant progress and eventually underwent weight loss surgery, Tammy's journey has been more tumultuous. In the early seasons, Tammy faced numerous setbacks. She struggled with consistency in her diet, experienced emotional relapses, and was hospitalized multiple times due to complications related to her weight, including mobility issues, sleep apnea, and cardiovascular strain. Her journey was not just about losing weight. It was about confronting deep-rooted emotional pain, trauma from past relationships, and the psychological dependence on food as a coping mechanism. For Tammy, the turning point came not from a single moment, but from a series of realizations that built up over time. In a recent interview, she opened up about the emotional toll of living with extreme obesity and the shame that often accompanied public scrutiny. "People see the weight," she said, "but they don't see the loneliness, the fear, the nights I cried myself to sleep because I didn't think I'd ever be free." What changed, Tammy explained, was a growing desire to live, not just survive, but truly live. She began attending therapy more consistently, working through issues of self-worth and childhood trauma. She also reconnected with her faith, drawing strength from prayer and spiritual reflection. "I realized I wasn't doing this just for the cameras or the show," she said. "I was doing it for me. For the first time in my life, I wanted to be proud of myself." Her renewed commitment coincided with a shift in her support system. While her relationship with her sister Amy has had its ups and downs, especially after Amy's legal troubles and temporary departure from the show, Tammy emphasized the importance of surrounding herself with people who uplifted her. She began working with a new health coach, adopted a more structured meal plan, and gradually incorporated low-impact exercises like water aerobics and chair yoga into her routine. The milestone Tammy revealed is nothing short of extraordinary. She has officially lost over 300 pounds. While exact current weight figures have not been disclosed for privacy reasons, those close to her confirm that she is now under 200 pounds, a number that once seemed unimaginable. Photos shared on her social media accounts show a visibly transformed Tammy, smiling brightly, walking without assistance, and engaging in everyday activities that were once impossible. In one video, she walks around her backyard, pointing out flowers she planted herself. "I can bend down and touch the ground," she says with tears in her eyes. "I never thought I'd be able to do that again." The weight loss did not come from a miracle diet or a quick fix. Instead, it was the result of sustained effort, discipline, and a fundamental shift in how Tammy views herself and her relationship with food. She credits her success to a combination of medical supervision, psychological support, and personal accountability. "I didn't just lose weight," Tammy said. "I lost the old version of myself, the one who gave up too easily, who believed she didn't deserve better. I'm not saying I'm perfect now, but I'm trying. Every single day, I'm trying." Beyond the numbers on the scale, Tammy's progress is evident in her improved health markers. According to her medical team, her blood pressure has normalized, her sleep apnea has significantly improved, and she no longer requires the use of a mobility scooter for daily tasks. She's also been able to reduce or discontinue several medications that were previously necessary to manage obesity-related